How's everybody today? Welcome to my channel, our channel, whatever you want to call it. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. I hope everyone had a wonderful evening and you had a chance to see Luna rise last night. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. You know what I love most about the night sky? Like, especially if you're in an urban area, like, you literally have to search. So there's so much intention upon stargazing and looking for the moon and connecting with these beautiful energies, and it's the focus and the intention. It's pretty interesting. Uh-oh. Listen, I don't know how that works, but if you're in the middle of like deleting stuff and this, that, and the third, be careful that you don't throw something away that you actually need. Because I just saw caution and burning evidence destroyed. Right. I hope it's not dealing with any sort of cases in court or anything like that. I think it is because I just saw a sex shop. Um, yeah, I have my own opinions. Truly, I do about what's going on. But that's okay. But it may not be anything that big. I just saw check yourself. So look in your own trash or like make sure you don't do something that you need. Okay, like don't toss out stuff in haste that you may bite you in the booty, especially paperwork or this, that, and the third. I actually, what I saw, if this is something big like on the national circuit, um, there might be another payment that is made the legitimate way to make this all go away. Something like that. But we'll see. Mm. Or it could be a family member for some of you that you might have over and they might do something to cause some drama. Be mindful, okay? They think it's funny, they think it's a game, it's all sport. Alright. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Father. Thank you, angels, ancestors. Thank you to my higher self. Yes, hey bitch, hey. Um, right. Let us focus, give clear, concise, truthful, and accurate accounts for those who are interested. Let nothing come out during this reading that will hurt the divine plan in any way, shape, or form, or harm the enemy in any way useful. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. Alright, I appreciate that. Let's go. And as always, I am protected. My channel, my content are protected. Those who come here are protected. But me saying that, just understand, um, without even wanting, the nature of who you associate with. So I say keep your prayers high. I fight constant spiritual warfare. And if you vibe with me, you probably do too. So arm yourselves every day with the armor of God. Okay? Every day. That way, you know the difference. All right? It'll help you learn to see past the smiles that people present to you. Yeah. I just started hearing that song. Smile in your face. Whole time gonna take your place. Backstabber. Backstabber. Watch yourself. Okay. All right, Holy Spirit, what is the tea? What's brewing? What's brewing? Um, some of y'all released yourselves from someone, and in their mind, right, they didn't show you anything that would have triggered, you know what I mean? They were doing everything they possibly could to deceive you, to, keep their false energy tamped down. It didn't work because you kicked this person to the curb, and their whole plan fell apart. That's what I'm saying here. This person is still coming for you. Don't get it twisted. It's all a show. They have a plan, okay? They're expecting that this show is going to work, and they're going to sit back and watch things go down. They're collaborating with another person. Right. Anger management and caution. All right, don't lose your cool. I just saw police caution. Like, this could get ugly for somebody. Salt or sugar looks can be deceiving. Caught up. Y'all need to be mindful. All right. What's brewing for the collective? Ooh, look. You like FOH. It's not happening. Look, look, look. You already knew. Wow. Look. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Mmm. You check the shit out somebody, yo. Or you're about to. I feel like this is a combination of events that has already transpired and things to come. Because, let me see. Let me just see. I got something for that. Wait. I kind of want y'all all in the same direction. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's look at the fake apology. Did that happen? Look. 30 minutes. Oh! Shut up. Solar return is indicative of your birthday. So that actually helps. You could have received a fake apology on your birthday, or if it hasn't happened, if your birthday's still coming, then you can look forward to this fake ass apology coming in. Put that in your little spiritual Rolodex. The funny part is, I really feel like somebody thought they would be able to, like, use their sexual prowess to coerce someone into giving up whatever it is they sought. Right. There's something about the sex shop energy and venting nail salon, and then 30 minutes. I feel like somebody was like, yeah, talking mad shit to somebody, like, um, yeah, give me 30 minutes with them. I have them speaking in tongues type, just real nutty, reckless conversation with people they should not have been conversing with, because you just never know who's in earshot. This makes me feel like a dude, right? Like, this is a barber shop, actually, is what that feels like with the shop and the venting and da 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 da. 30 minutes. Women don't say shit like that. Not the ones that I've come across. Now, we could say some real off the wall, greasy, sexual shit. That's not the problem. It's just this. It's the fact we would probably say something like, "Give me a night with him." Da, 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 da. It's something different. Like, we don't use like actual time frames because we're not competing sexually in such a way the way men do in terms of stamina and endurance. You know what I mean? So this feels very masculine. Interesting. You like this combination here, like somebody's insight is spot on. Like, I feel like this has blown up in someone's face so horrifically with the worst nightmare and putting them in their place. Like, you got out of there so fast. Mm. You ended up being a much more difficult target than they thought. They thought they would be able to get in there, grab your energy, oh my God. Mm. Whatever, your time, your money, your energy, your essence, all of those things are implied with this here. But something sets your spidey senses off. Like spiritual people, you get them alerts. Like, it's like an Amber Alert, something like that. Like, you got some sort of spiritual alert. And it's funny because I really do feel like I'm talking to like a lone wolf energy, right? Like, you had a couple pups, a couple, a young pack try to come for you, and like you had to pull the curtain back and like straight up tell them like, I will eat you. Let them hang, let them hang. Y'all funny. Let me in. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know. Maybe we got to change up the terminology. No more a wolf in sheep's clothing. A wolf in pigskin. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everybody want bacon. Pork roll delicious. I don't care if you don't mess with pork. People be like, but the bacon though. Exactly. Hilarious. All right, let's see what else is out here. I feel like this is the same. These people show back up. It's going. Look, there go that apology. They want something. Page of Cups, they want something. Period, point blank. They need something. They need this. However that applies to you, your time, your money, your energy, your sex, all of it. I feel like it's your sex. I feel like somebody dead inside too. Whoever these people are who need your energy, they ain't got nothing left. They confused, like, how didn't it work? They normally so, adept at it. Adept, excuse me. See, I told you somebody thought they could throw the schlong. Oh, you the one who said I will eat you. Look, they had no idea. Look, I told you your spidey senses. Because look, check this out. The high priestess is not the match for the emperor. Ha 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 ha. That's a mismatch. It's a mismatch. It's different. She looking for a hierophant. Not even looking, but that's her match. This dude belong with the empress. Right? So you had could be an Aries. It don't have to be. I did see a lot of fire real quick. But whatever, we have a masculine, a very domineering masculine energy who thought they was gonna be able to dominate a high priestess. FOH. Out here doesn't work that way. Look, look, there it go. Now they're gonna try. It's the fake apology energy. I'm trying to tell you. Look, now they're gonna take the fish out the cup and look, but it's all over them. Like it's just they reek of it. They reek of the need. Ugh. Just ill, ill, ill. They better not. So this could be a man that actually carries a very fishy aroma. I did read something from a science journal that said sometimes it's just like the way people smell like wet dog. Um, that can happen too. And I'm not talking about women, by the way. Nope, we not in this conversation. I'm just talking about motherfuckers who stink and they go to the doctor and they try to figure out why. And it literally is something within their molecular structure. This is one of those people. They probably wear heavy cologne and shit, trying to mask that they natural BO smells like they part of Neptune's kingdom. Because they are. They are. They are. The land of illusions and lies and fantasies. That's the devil. They smell like sulfur and fish. That is a fucked up combination. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm glad I ain't eat yet. Because my constitution might have just, dry heaved a little bit. That is a terrible... Look, it's the work. Oh, they're funny. Now, somebody could be a fishmonger. But I doubt it. Look, I'm telling you. Maybe they do. Maybe they're like a fisherman or something like that. But nah, man. Nah, something wrong. Something wrong. That's hilarious. Break me up. Look. I started hearing the 1 minute, man. I'm telling you, this is what this shit is, right? Anyway. Somebody got the penis of a child. I'm sorry, I'm not though. It's a grown ass man. See? See all the cups? I told you they belong to Neptune's kingdom. Look, they want in. They want into the bloodline. Ew, you can't let this person into your bloodline. I don't even think y'all genes would fuse. You could just fucking discriminately, if you ever chose to entertain this low vibrational energy, y'all would never fuse. Your genes are not compatible. They're just not. But it's something infantile about, anyway. I'm sorry, they got jokes this morning. Woo! I feel like because whoever this person is such a prick. Yo, they really got jokes. Because, when you touch a cactus, you get pricked. You touch a rose, you get pricked. Like, it hurt, but it don't last. You just like, damn, that was so small and it hurt so bad. Something like that. They play too much. They like, yeah, they're a prick. All the way around. Oh, y'all in rare form. I like full moon energy. They be like, oh, for real. Look, there's some good news coming. This is just pure entertainment right now. Pure truth, but funny. Y'all funny. All right. Let's look at this. Let's start in order. Look! Look at that shit. Look how the Empress came out sideways. Look. Or, flip it as it applies. Like, it doesn't really matter. I'm just telling you, they were not a match. Right? But somebody tried to, I don't know, pretend like they was something that they're not. Right. Somebody tried to, yeah, the High Priestess can be very similar sometimes to the Empress. But she's not. A High Priestess is not making Empress. It's not the same. It's not the same. Mm, mm, mm. Give me one more. I am so shocked that, whew. One more for salt and sugar reverse. Somebody saw it real clear. Look, somebody took some time. They went within. They went and consulted their spirit team. They was like, nah, bro. Look again. That ain't her. All this was being done to potentially block out this actual Empress from coming forward. Let's just say it was a High Priestess energy. Or a High Priest, right? Male, female, don't matter. It's just cards. Was the one trying to get at this Emperor that we saw, right? Trying to, who knows? She could have actually been in one of them environments talking about, the work she can do and, this, that. Don't. Just saying. But that felt like a barbershop. But the way this is, all right, let me just wait. Let me just see what else come out. Money hungry. Look at this shit. Look at that shit right there. Woo! I told you. What'd I tell you? every which way. I like ding, 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 like every alarm bell went off in your head about this person. It's like their family, where their background, who they associate with. Everything was a no. Everything was a no. The moment you no longer associated with this energy, everything about them came to an end. But I feel like you were struggling or suffering when you were engaged with this energy here. You could have been seeing an issue within your own stability during that period. That's a red flag if ever I seen one. Not to mention, I feel like something about this the way this person spoke about money. They didn't have a healthy relationship with it. That's what I'm gathering. So they really thought they was gonna be able to like. Let's look at this the other way. Maybe they thought they were gonna be able to sacrifice this empress, right? Take her out of the equation, right? Just put something else in there, right? But they thought it was an easy thing, but it wasn't. Looks can be deceiving, right? They selected this person because of their energy, what they had. They were gonna come in, cause some sort of death, right? Make it look like I don't fucking know. I feel like if you would have got impregnated by this person, it would have been horrible, and I mean that horrible, absolutely horrible. So the interesting part we have been seeing for quite some time, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, all of these energies that have been wrapped up in these covens. Now, because we're talking about real people, we're not talking about spirits and the entities they engage with. No. When you see pentacles, we are talking about flesh and blood motherfucking people. All right, you understand? That's just how it needs to work. You need, not to mention the pentacle itself. If you look up the information and the history of the pentagram, whether upright or inverse, they have connotations, and so just understand this. All right. I'm surprised marrying for money didn't come out, but money hungry was more than enough. This was sent to destroy. Okay, just so we understand what's happening here. This person was sent in to destroy. Death, to cause an ending to your fertility, an ending to your abundance, an ending to the way in which you manifest, primarily by contaminating and fucking up your womb. Because somebody carried the spirit of death. You do see that, right? Like, so to engage with such an energy would slowly cause a breakdown within yourself. So thank God you heeded the warning. But here's the thing. You collective, well connected. Just telling you now, I can feel it. I can see it. Like, mm, I feel like you had people, no matter where you are, there are people around you who are assigned to protect you. I don't know if you have a strong law enforcement background or something of that nature, or just a long family history of it, or you just know a bunch of cops or something like. But you're good, because I feel like people know you and who you truly are. Ace of Swords, people see you very clearly in your community. So it's not about that. When you need help, they come. Not to mention, for those of you who work with Archangel Michael, that's law enforcement. So you got a friend indeed. You understand? You ever notice that police are just everywhere you need them to be, even when you didn't know you needed them? They're just there. It's a reason for that. That is you invoking and working with Archangel Michael. You got to put these things together. How you not gonna like cops or work with Archangel Michael? It doesn't make fucking sense. Do you understand? Okay, so this is for my little street people who ain't fully awakened yet. Just know this, okay? You gotta change your perception on law enforcement, especially if you're working with the angels, because they represent the law, God's law. Okay? Okay, 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 okay. That's why I be laughing at people sometimes. They be trying to like bypass you. Like, no, there's levels to this shit. Okay. I feel like your birthday hasn't arrived yet. Whoever this is, the fake apology, solar return. It's something about this, like this person, like, see what I mean? For some of you, you actually, it could be right now, because even though it's Pentacles, whenever I see this, it reminds me of Libra energy. Okay, okay. This could have happened 6 months ago, and this person attempted to breadcrumb you in some way, shape, or form. I don't know who off they meds, but you need to be on your meds. Mm-mm. You can't just decide you're not gonna take them no more. You, whoever you are, you got an actual diagnosed on the books MH problem, and it requires regulation, time release dosage. Okay, some of y'all it's court ordered. I don't know what you done did, but you need to comply. They like, yeah. It could be whoever that dark high priestess is that's been doing all that lying and shit, creeping around and shit. Hmm. I know somebody where I used to who is knuckin' futz. This chick is knuckin' futz. I mean, certifiable knuckin' futz. Not only does she play with magic, she's also had the audacity to have children with all that knuckin' futz energy with someone who was equally knuckin' futz. And so, can you imagine the karma that is playing out in that household? It is crazy. You ever just see a car accident up close? You're like, let me move back because the debris might fly. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. It's knuckin' futz. Not one lick of sense left. And let me just say this. I say all that because I like when you actually know people. That's why I'm like, no, it's a real MH issue, because the karma, that's a secondary thing, because we're not born knowing about that necessarily consciously. The choices that didn't need to be made, that were made to like tank their personal life, to tank the direction, it has to be something like detrimentally wrong in the hard wiring of the cerebral, like it's just gone, it's done. Some people just, this is their life, this is what they like, this they just like it all. They like breaking up people, they like starting over, they like leaving traces, they're like, it's crazy. mm. Yo, they really are coming with this, but they not. It's not an apology because they feel bad. It's an apology because they had a deadline for something. Not to mention, a lot of y'all actually are in the right frequency for, coming together. Like, you're putting out the right vibes. You want to date. You want to da 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 da. All high vibing, and so there are people who want to derail that. Yeah, this is coming. You can expect this fake ass apology. I'm telling you right now, like it is. This has not happened yet. Now we are in the technical solar return energy of the zodiacal wheel, right? We're not through Aries season. That's the first month. So we are really in the cosmic, for Earth anyway, solar return energy. So let that, you know, marinate too. But it's track. It's only designed to put you in your head, to cause you another delay, to make you feel like you don't know what to do. You know what to do. You dropped this person like a bad habit before. Keep them dropped like a bad habit. Look, look, look. Okay, so now that is confirmation, right? It's the Dark High Priestess doing all that shit talking, right? Thinking they would be able to control somebody through sex magic because this Empress is coming in, right, for a Divine Masculine. Now I'm more satisfied with how the cards are coming out. Running away. Whoa, it's just too many. It's too many. Look. Okay. Oh my God. Fine. Look, because somebody be all up in people's business, but see karma right there? This could be one of those people who we picked up on yesterday, whose third eye has been blocked because of not knowing how to use their shit properly. But look, this is what someone's escaping. Look at that. Somebody is obsessive, and they really do try to control another person's emotions through sex. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They really do. Yeah, see? Because somebody be all up playing with shit. This is why something wrong. Somebody's going to lose, they're going to lose their shit because they can't peek anymore into what somebody's future is. Mm-mm. It's done. See them scales? All right. Mm. I mean, they use some really heavy sex magic in order to control and or manipulate. Somebody got out of there just in time, or you need to flee from this because listen, if you mess around and fall for this stupid apology dealing with this female, you really going, the worst nightmare card will apply to the person in the collective right now. Don't do it. Like, the universe is doing everything it can to come in now and to transform in a situation and get you out of it, to release you from it. I don't like it. It makes me feel like Black Widow vibes. Just the way this is here, and see, you don't want nothing this person's offering you. I feel like you are protected and you're being protected from it. But if you open the door, I don't know what to tell you. Wow. Yeah. You were in the right to run away. Is that all the queens? Yeah. The easiest way for someone to recognize I'm talking to a masculine, if you have a genuine divine feminine in your presence or not, your life instantly gets better. And I mean that shit. By being in her fucking orbit. You ain't even gotta sleep with this person. Their very nature improves everything around you. Life gets better without even trying. It's effortless. You have someone literally trying to imitate. Mm, wow, okay. Because you don't see kings out here. This is a female attacking another female who's, this one must be involved with that divine masculine that made their appearance and went back in the deck. Look, see? Like I said, this bitch be watching everything he do. Look, because she already know. Look, Ten of Cups, Nine of Swords, Fool, Sun, Emperor. Look, she's like anything. Like, You got to keep everything close to the vest, young man. I don't know what else to tell you with this one, because you got a cray-cray. Like, you got a legitimate cray-cray. Yeah. See? This shit ain't gonna work. I mean that. Like, you're literally going to be shielded from this. I feel like there's going to be a bunch of stuff coming towards this Dark High Priestess in terms of their own chaos coming back. It's their worst nightmare. Like, whatever they send to you is being blocked, and this very energy is what's going to put them in their place, just the way the card came out, connecting the two. That's why you don't wish nothing but, one, mind your business if you don't have anything positive to say. But if you're not going to issue a blessing on somebody, leave it alone. Stop throwing shade, evil, the dirty eye, all that shit. Stop it. Because when they come back home, you're not gonna be able to. You're not prepared to handle your own hatred, and that's all the fuck it is. It's your own hatred. Right. This is the one that's been blinded. The universe been look, because you got places to go, collective. Ace of Cups, Six of Swords. You have places to go. You got to get on to your abundance. Chosen people got to get on to their spiritual path. So these little assholes is being dealt with. Crazy part is the Queen of Wands could have been a prolific healer. She really could have been at a different point, but she discovered other things. You know, healing comes in many forms. Some people literally heal through their energy exchange. Name my business. I'm not judging, but I know it's a thing. But this turned dirty. It did. Like, no, somebody gonna go. So if somebody sent death to your abundance and it's gonna happen to them. And I mean that shit. They leaving the planet. These bitches will be leaving the planet. I mean that. Funeral services, cremation, notices going out. Like, somebody's not here anymore. Or they're shortly not going to be. I don't know what else to tell you. That is an interesting combo. That is you exiting your vessel. You going back through the same fucking portal your ass got through came to get here. But you gonna leave this divine feminine alone. She being kept someplace by the hands of God right now in a nice little chill environment until this situation is blown away. Because there's my condolences is all I can say to that shit. I don't even play with them because I know they be telling me. I got chills when I said that. Woo, my condolences. I don't go to funerals. I already know. I'm good. I don't. You let the dead bury the dead. I'm not dead. Look, they don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to hear it. I know, but that's okay, boo. It's due. Your bill is due. That's so funny. The other day when I was pulling cards, I kept getting the name Boo, Boo Boo, something like that. Oh, no. So, if you know somebody named Boo, you might want to check on them. Because I don't feel Boo is here anymore. Issue a welfare check. If y'all don't live in the same region, you need to check on your peoples. If you care about them. But it's definitely somebody named Boo. Happiness, togetherness. Happiness, togetherness. I don't know. Is the person's name Boo? Or they go by Boo? Yeah. Boo, don't bring your spirit here. I'm not joking. You need to go ask the evil motherfuckers you was dealing with to help you. Don't come to a light worker. Because I'm going to help you cross into hell where you belong. Okay? Okay. Okay. Isn't that interesting? I see one that's wrong. There's another one. Just mind your business. Just mind your business. In my Ashley Banks voice. If you're seeing someone, mm, mm, we'll see. It's a bad choice to try to keep somebody as a secret. I feel like that secret about to be exposed. Interesting. Somebody has a twin and they don't know about it. Your parents gave your twin up. And I mean that. Like you have a twin, brother, sister, some shit like that. Two is too much. Um, I feel like you about to find out, or if I'm talking to the parent, you need to tell this child that they have a twin somewhere out there before they go away to college and they fuck around and meet their twin. And then you gonna have some explaining to do, Lucy. I'm telling you right now, okay? Mm. Because you can handle it the mature way, or you can have this knockdown, drag out event with your own child. And I don't think you want to do that. You think you're protecting them? You're not. You're not. See how shit get deeper real quick? Yeah, you should be expecting a little pushback. Whatever. Let's get out of that. What else you got for us, Holy Spirit? What's brewing? We saw aligning with the universe. Had to come out, didn't it? It just had to. Whew. Ooh. Somebody, you shouldn't have used that old ass rubber. That's so sad. Yo, alright, let me say this. This is such a, listen, don't do this. I don't know who you are, but listen, nobody ends up staying with somebody anymore just because they got them pregnant. That don't work. It don't work. It really don't work. If you and somebody somehow, y'all got together and oops, baby, right? Shit happens. If there's no real connection between the two of you, trying to force a relationship, right? Outside of, hey, we're going to come together, we're going to raise this child as best as possible, yada, 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 right? But this idea is only going to cause you problems. It doesn't work this way. You and this person were, friends with benefits, is what this feels like. Y'all have known each other since you were young. All right. If you don't come up with a plan, like the courts is going to get involved, it's going to get ugly. You're going to need some sort of visitation. Like, it don't make sense. Sit down at the drawing board and try something else. Something wholly different. But this, your life is not going to be right. You need to have a mature conversation. Because that's not, it is what it is, but that's not who you're supposed to be with. I'm just telling you now. You can be a dad, but I feel like y'all need to come to some sort of terms before the courts get involved. Now, a female could have you know, purposely got impregnated to make somebody keep their promise. Like, for real. Because people be saying a whole bunch while they bumping uglies. Like, I love you. I'm gonna marry. Sex talk. That's why you shut up. That's why you shut up. Say nothing. You won't have to do any backtracking. Like, what was all that you was saying? Right. Mm. It almost feels petty. You need to see all of this from a different perspective. Okay? Mm. It's somebody fighting with their own family at this point. Okay? About whatever this is, they fighting about it. They really fighting about it. Somebody wants you, to be happy. They want you to pursue and to have what you want in life. And this, it seems like you're trapping yourself. Somebody's parents could be telling them this. Maybe they came home and was like, "Ma, you won't believe this. The rubber broke, and Chantel told me da da da." And I feel like they was targeted. Yeah, somebody's definitely fighting with their baby father or their father. Like, there's definitely an argument. I don't know if they're being put out the house because of it. You need to have stronger, like, if you don't have another place to go and you live with your parents, shut up. I'm not even joking. Stop acting like you got fucking rights in somebody else's house, because you don't. You don't. I don't give a fuck if you pay a bill or this or that. Do you know why? Because it's irrelevant. It's not your home. You live there. Your name's not on the deed, the mortgage, and none of that. You are a guest. And so limited. There's no contractual obligation, especially if you're above the age of 18. Like, there's nothing in the law that says you have to be there. So what you have to be is respectful. Now, when I was young, I didn't necessarily, I mean, I got it, but that's why I also moved out, because I was like, yeah, no, this doesn't work for me. I want to be my own person. I do want to come and go as I please. And you know what that meant? Getting out my mama's house. And it was never like she said, go. No. Mm-mm. No. But these are the rules. And if I don't want to live by them, then, hey, nice. I'm happy you're here, but no one's keeping you here type shit. I don't know who need to know that, but if you live with your parents, shut up. Be grateful. Because there is no mandate that says so, and you can take that entitled ass and choke on it. Because that's all it is. Like, don't let the world pump you up into being homeless. Do you understand? Children. Because your friends, that couch surfing shit get real old, and the next thing you be at a shelter down the street. Because the average 18-year-old does not make enough money to support themselves. All right. Everything is going up, children. Everything. Rent, groceries, insurance, everything. You name it. So make sure you take that bass out your voice when you talking to your family who can take care of you, provide for you, love you, make sure you got food. Somebody still got you on a medical. Shut the fuck up. Be grateful. Won't you bring them some flowers? A card that says thank you. Something. Something like that. Remember yourselves. Remember yourselves. Mm. And let one of you fuck around, come home pregnant. They not gonna want to hear it. Some of y'all got some real traditional folks, and they like, nah, y'all gonna have to get married, and this may really cause somebody to spiral. Really get sad. Or, y'all better be careful. Yeah, some of y'all come from a very strong family, and I mean like spiritual, moralistic. You have a good upbringing. Don't let somebody get your nose all open and fuck up your life being stupid and reckless. You better strap the fuck up. You know what's funny? I heard a video the other day, y'all. You know, the shorts. And this guy had broke, I think it was a female relaying the story, but it was a man who taught it to her. Meaning, she said, ladies, look, I get it. Let me just stick to what it was. She said, ladies, you shouldn't carry condoms with you because it sends a different message to the man. And if a man doesn't carry condoms, that's a red flag, because then they just put their dick in old Tom, Dick, and Harriet type shit. They don't have respect for themselves. So understand, they will have no respect for you. It will be reckless. Okay? Just know, if you sleep with this person, somebody is going to get pregnant. Very strong Aquarius, or somebody is expecting right now. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. You know, people who have divine birthrights come in all dynamics, sometimes with karma to be cleared. What did they just show me? But this, I do feel like y'all could establish a good family, but I don't think you're ready for it to start like this. But, you know, back to the whole condom thing. I mean, it is a red flag, but I just saw, you know, I grew up through the 20th century into the 21st. And so, you know, it's a little different, you know, because we grew up with extreme sexual education and, you know, being responsible and not being unprepared. And so, from a moral perspective, it's one thing. From a safety perspective and owning who you are, right. And I feel like that's more to do before you go through your awakening. But so many people are getting um, their tap early in life because their family and their parents have been doing the karma clearing in order for them to get there faster. You know? Like, it warms my heart to think the young people in my own family tree are awakening much sooner, early, and they have each other and they have information, and that just shows the limbs that their parents have gone through to clear the deck, to wipe the slate clean, to give them a fighting fucking chance. It has nothing to do with the atrocities that they were born into. It's great. It's wonderful. Mm. This, I don't want to hear it, like that refusal to listen. Mm. Let's see. That could be somebody not trying to listen to the divine, because I saw the chariot and the fool. Like, that comes from the heavens. You know, that's an immediate sort of, hey, I'm talking to you. Men, I'm telling you, you need to be more careful where you put in your seed. That just sowing recklessly into fields, it's outdated. You gotta stop. You really do. Protect yourselves. You are responsible for what comes into this world just as much as she is. It's a woman's choice. I ain't got to say I don't know. You ever hear dumb niggas talk like that? They be fucking any and everything. At the same time, with the same breath, with the same fucking face, tell you that, oh, that's a woman's choice. Yeah, it might be, but wasn't it both y'all choices when you was getting it in? When you realized that your swimmers could find their way to the promised land? Did you talk to your swimmers? Did you tell them? Did you deprogram them to not do what they supposed to do, which is to live? So whose choice is it really? Because you can fuck all night. Ask any woman who has a problem with climaxing. You fine. You never once have to squeeze one off if you don't. It's called self-control. You know, semen retention. Practice that shit. It might help you make better choices about where you lay your seed. It's a shame that we got to be telling grown-ass men. Yes, spirit? What you want us to say? That's the truth. That is the fucking truth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you. Hmm. You understand? Have a little self-control. Yeah, but it's all fun and games, right? You know, the sneaky link, just a good time, right? Yeah, okay. All right. That's a message of love, all right? You out there looking for a good time, not a long time, when literally your actions of looking for a good time leads you to a long time. Parenting, right? And if you can't see yourself with that person, then why are you screwing them? Because you're only screwing yourself. See, that's the thing about a screw, right? The mechanism in the spiral. That means each participant, whether, and I'm using just actual wood, right? If you don't have a pilot hole, that pilot hole is somebody else being there first, and the winds of birth went opening up. And so now it's just, a little seed factory. But it takes two to tango. For a woman, it's much easier to get pregnant the second time because the body's already receptive to it. You're not blazing new trail. Your molecular structure isn't like freaking out because there's an invader trying to suck the life force from you. Different. This is someone who has no children. I'm telling you now, I can see this. You need to be mindful of what you're doing. Stop just going out there. What you need to be expecting every time you put your dick in something, young men, is a pregnancy out of it. Every fucking time, because that is the purpose of procreation. Yeah, it's fun. There's sensual. There's pleasure. We were given all of those beautiful emotions by our Heavenly Father, our Mother. Yes, because we are love children conceived out of it. But if you don't consider this, then you're a fool. This is it. Why does this make people so sad? Being with someone, committed to another person, having like what is that? What happened in the whole, I don't know, last 200 years where what did they do to you all? How much propaganda does it take before they destroy the form and function of your existence? The idea that so many people don't want children, they've talked you into annihilation and self-destruction. I don't even know if you realize that yet. That simple choice, because they've made it appear under illusions, right? Neptune's kingdom. We're on a water planet. Neptune's kingdom, right? That it's so difficult, it's so expensive, and it's so... No, modern life is all of those things. Raising a child is one of the easiest things one can do. But when you're constantly got your nose in somebody else's fucking household, of course it doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem like you can do it. It's not the same path. It's not the same walk. No wonder there's so many barren people on the planet. You're misusing what you've been given. Literally done talk people into utter annihilation. We were created to be companions to each other. But somehow you done got the wires crossed. Because you watched. See, that's the problem, right? Right there. I just saw the Queen of Pentacles. Because parenting, right? Because somebody had a piece of shit ass parent who didn't love them, didn't nurture them, didn't care for them, was selfish, whatever. Made them feel like they were a fucking burden instead of a blessing. Planted that negative seed of self-hate. You should have a happy, wonderful, successful, healthy, prosperous life in spite of those motherfuckers. You should be a better parent in spite of it. A has nothing to do with B. Show them that you can love your children and not resent them. Show them what it is to be unconditional, without strings. Restore balance in your family line, in your heredity, by raising a child the right way. You'd be surprised at in one generation what it can do. Can bring a lot of good news in. Message! I'm sorry. They be funny with that. Yo, the Smurfs? La 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 la. Oh, how y'all doing this morning out there? Mm, mm, mm. Children are good news. Say it. Children are good news. They are a blessing. We were all children once. How dare you not see them as good news? That means you have more healing to do because there is some level of resentment, some level of inner child wounding that you have not done. If you don't see a child, whether it's yours or somebody else, and just fucking smile, something's wrong with you. And you need to like do the inner work. And I know it's difficult. It's difficult. Like nobody wants to hear this shit, but you need to. You need to. Y'all need to fight this energy. Something that's sent to destroy you. You want to get, man, please. Stop. I just saw 2 of Swords and the Devil. You know, the greatest lie ever told was convincing people that they don't exist, right? All right. Letting people win by watching your gene pool, your lineage die the fuck out. That's what evil wants. All right. The devil didn't think man was worthy. Okay? Remember that. So we were beguiled and tricked and targeted. Okay? So if he can convince you to get rid of yourselves, then what does it matter when he goes into the abyss, into the pit of fire? Because mankind took itself out. Stupid. All right. Creating all this bullshit between these divine couples. That's why it's so important for these unions to happen, for these children to be born, because the people who have been selected for this fucking walk of the twin flame journey, do you know the hell you've caught? Do you know the shit you've overcome? Like, have you sat down in the last, like, 6 months and thought about all the things? Like, really, from start to where you are. Could you imagine the love and vitality and the joy. Two people who have overcome every fucking obstacle and hurdle that they could throw at them, and they're still happy and loving and vibrant and nurturing, and still they come together. That is life changing. That is global shifting. That is a frequency jump that you couldn't imagine. Of course, it's important to keep them from coming together. That's why it's important for you to fight for what's yours. Yeah, I rebuke that shit. Send that energy right back to that devilish chick. I don't give a fuck if you in my bloodline or not. Let me tell you that right now. I am not of you, and you are not of me. We belong to some parts of the same family tree, some parts, but we are not the same. We are kin. We are not family. We are not soul family. If you think I give a fuck about what happens to you in the grand scheme of things, I don't, because everybody made their choices. You said you want to be on that side of the line. I'm over here. I don't wish negative, but I will reject it and send it right back to you. Okay? Difference. But if you don't give a fuck about you, why would I? I don't give a fuck about you. You don't give a fuck about me. I don't care what you think. Isn't that Drake? Drake? One of these people could have a serious drinking problem because I said drink. Yeah. People in your family, they drink like fishes. Told you Neptune's kingdom, right? Under the sea. Under the sea. Isn't it funny though, like when you really think about that, like the whole Little Mermaid thing and what it's really showing you? I mean, it shows you that all creatures have free will to a degree, right? But even within the underworld, right? There's a hierarchy, right? There's the head honcho, right? And then you had the Sea Witch and her two little minions, Flotsam and Jetsam, right? Ursula. I feel like that's who we be dealing with a lot of times. Someone who deals with marine spirits, who really channels the Sea Witch energy, who uses men as minions to do their bidding and shit. You know, it's the eel, the slick, slimy nature, the cave dwelling aspect. She was an octopus, right? She was a squid or something. She had tentacles, right? So far reaching. But, you know, the mermaid is a siren. That's why she sang, right? And that song would call in people. All right. Understand, y'all be teaching your children grade A witchcraft and you don't even realize it. You better pay attention because Disney really about that shit and they work for the bull downstairs. Okay? Just so we clear about it. That's why Walt name got the triple sixes wrapped into it. When you look at Disney, sixes. It's a very interesting way of, you know, signing one's John Hancock. Okay. Alright, what else? And they done made me the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I need to just remember how sacred your vessels are and what you're being protected from and the potency of your energies. You need to use a lot more discernment on this path about these soulmates coming towards you. And I mean that. Because so many of these low vibrational creatures, they want to corrupt the bloodline. It's and it's so funny, right? Because they're trying different tactics, but none of it's working. You know what? Each one of these apparatuses, right, for musical entertainment, right? The siren songs, they try different things, right? That's why they want to know, what do you want in a guy? What do you want in a girl? Oh, what have you been through? Fuck out of here. Tell them nothing. Tell no one nothing. Because if you're healed, right, you don't need to actually speak about any of those things. But when you're still carrying around all that baggage, oh yeah, it'd be right under the surface. You'd be like, well, you know, and da 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 da, and da da da, and you're gonna give them all the ammunition. But none of these things here can stand up to true wear and tear. All of them are fragile. If you were old enough to remember cassette tapes, them bitches used to pop, right? Get tangled. You had to wind them up. You need a pencil and shit. You know, because after you keep trying to record and re-record and over the same thing over and over and over and over again, it gets thin. Not to mention susceptible to heat, stretches and things like that. Gets caught in the grooves. Albums can warp, right? You can't spin an album that's like looking like a teacup. Same thing with the laser disc. Some of them were rewritable, but once they got scratched, I mean really scratched, this drive rejected. Like, no, this ain't working. This is so all the things that they've tried have not worked. I feel like this is a message for them as much as it is for you. They need to do things to fix their lives, to get on the righteous path. They keep trying to ignore their calling. But I think it's very interesting because like they're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You know, expecting new beginnings. Don't want to hear that the shit's outdated, doesn't work, but they keep doing it over and over again. Yet they have the nerve to be tired of the drama. It's like, but this is you just as much as it is them. They're like, because it works on everybody else. But when you're dealing with these sorts of energy, a junior empress or a junior emperor, someone who has healed, someone who has walked the walk, talked the talk, someone who is focused, and someone who understands their temple and the sacredness of their temple. Yeah. The crazy part is, I feel like to a degree, this could actually be someone's parent, right? Who's been doing things to control them, you know, for however long. And they're a little freaked out. They're a little stressed. They're a little worried because everything they try to do to continue this, it keeps getting blown up. The tower, the tower, the tower. Let's look at this. Who mama is this? Because I know it's somebody mama. Look, they keep sending energy out for you to be in the like to miss opportunities, to feel rejected, to feel low and down in the dumps. Like they want you to experience this depression. But see, life is full of peaks and valleys, right? And the divine keeps their promise, and so it doesn't work. I feel like they're the only ones feeling dejected. Like this person, look at that. This person wants to steal your peace. Seven of Swords sticking out. They want to steal your peace. Archangel Michael is right there. Like, I don't think so. Transmute, transmute, transmute. Told you they still got emotional baggage. This is definitely somebody mama. You walked away from your family to create your own, and they like plies mad about it. Right here, they want to steal your peace, rob you of it, quite literally. Yeah, they want, yeah, take you away from your abundance, your ultimate wish fulfillment, your pursuit of happiness. They don't want you on none of that shit. And they doing a bunch of work in the background, thinking you don't see them because look, you walked away from the family home. For some of you, this could be a former spouse, like you walked away from a marriage. But I feel like when you left your family's home, you went out into the world, and ever since then, she been mad, mad. Hmm. Look, this person's been doing so much shit behind the scene to block you, to obstruct you, to put some sort of cloak over your crown and your third eye. Your mama could work, could be involved in some sort of order, cult, sect, coven, secret society, some shit. Wow. I feel like you're this person, like whatever they've done, it's beyond the point of return. Because the Fool card is the precipice, right? You jump off that cliff, there's no coming back from that. And that's what this is. So whoever your parent is, mother or father, doesn't really matter. But they have gone beyond any point of return. This person now is in some sort of a emotional space. Because you still, like, they did something against their own lineage, their own family. Their own legacy. Yeah, they did magic. They literally did some form of magic on their own. Child, family line, something like that. Could have been all of their children. Yeah, as I say that, look. Yeah, they literally went and saw out the services of some sort of high priest, high priestess. It's like they wanted to make somebody's journey more difficult. In some crazy way, right? Look at that. Somebody, somebody's family member went, right, and had, this is how this looks to me. You're too strong for the work they did. They wanted control over you, and if they couldn't get control, they wanted you to die a very slow, painful, sickly death. But you're too strong. Your spirit's too strong. Look at this shit. I don't feel like this was a one-time thing. I don't. I feel like now this person realized every time they did something to destroy you and your light and your joy and your happiness, mm, it really helps you to ascend. This has been going on since you entered this fucking world, by the way. This person's been trying to get your hand that you've been dealt and give you theirs. I feel like this person offered. I don't know. I don't even want to go no further with that. That is disgusting. That is disgusting that you could do that to your own children, your own family, your own flesh and blood. Something about poison. No, these. This person tried to curse your love life in particular. This person wanted to utilize your abundance, right? Wow. They wanted to utilize your energy, your good vibes, your good chemistry for their own personal gain, right? And they didn't want to wait. Look, they didn't want to wait for you to, maybe just have a good relationship with them, some sort of, nice rapport where you would want to be helpful and loving. And no, they didn't want to wait. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They didn't want to take a chance on you offering them, right, money. Because I feel like you have some sort of abundant spiritual inheritance, da 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 da, right? Nine of Pentacles energy, right? Ten of Pentacles energy, right? They didn't want that. They rather have tried to manipulate it and take it for themselves. And you left anyway. Somebody ass going to jail. Somebody ass is definitely going to jail. Wow. Now, the sad part is, for those of you where this is not your own family, and this was some lover, right, who tried to trap you with a child and it didn't work because the divine stepped in and protected your womb from fusing with these low vibrational bloodlines. Okay. This still very similar energy. People keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. This person tried to, I feel like they gave you something that was fixed, if you will. Okay. Y'all had a good vibe. This person, they're so used to trying to use people in and out that even though you guys had, it was organic, I guess. But I even feel like what they gave you, right, what was fixed was there to amplify any sort of good vibes that there was between you. The funny part about this is that the divine still stepped in. They did. Because there's something about it didn't work. It just didn't work. The offer was rejected. You never gave them anything. You never, you know what I mean? Like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Again, if Archangel Michael was out there transmuting these energies and they're can fancy themselves some sort of alchemist, it was just doing that. Man, yeah, boy. That's why it didn't work. It immediately just fizzled out. Because this person didn't know that you two were actually supposed to be, like, you're some sort of soulmate. They didn't know that. Yeah, you definitely, you saw this person for who they were. Wow. Sort of discernment, sort of discernment. They tried to put the whammy on you with false feelings, hoping you would just be so head over heels, you would just give them whatever they wanted. Yeah, nah, that never worked. It didn't happen. Yo, I just saw ghosted and haunted. Somebody may not be here no more. It could have been that sort of backfire. Ghosted and haunted, that is a spirit. That's, I don't know what else to say. Not to mention the hermit kept showing itself here and there. That's somebody karma. So they lost their life. That's their karma for this. I'm talking about the crazy psycho groupie cocaine crazy obsessive ass lover. Mm-hmm. Somebody lied their ass off. They did not move on whatsoever. Alright, whatever. Yeah, everything this person tried or will try to throw at you, it's literally like being brushed off. It's like somebody wanted to inundate you with feelings of loneliness and depression and da da da. Just trying to make you more susceptible, right? So you allow them in to get access to your abundance and your riches. Nah, I don't think so. But jackpot was sticking out. Threatened. Whatever. People stupid. I don't know what else to say about this, because whoever this person is, poor baby. Poor baby. You let the devil use you. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You really did. You let the devil use you. Look, Tower. Every time. This is this year, Chariot Tower. If they don't align with the divine, it's gone. Somebody's looking at a lot of time. Wow. Handsome. Fine. For working together. Partner and collaboration. They know about it. Hi. Yeah. Oh. Don't jump up there. Alright, let's see what's coming in next. Let's see that. For the collective. Ooh, the moon. Look. All things done in the dark is coming out. Serious revelations about a plot, a plan, a setup. Look. Somebody is like, in their head. Some. That shit funny. Day and night. Oh, they was trying to set up a high priestess, or a high priestess was trying to set somebody up. Let's see. This is what they was trying to manifest, huh? They want a Factorian to come towards you with the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords. So they got somebody spying. Could be a Sag. Outright could be a Sag. Y'all are becoming my least favorite zodiac sign. Like, I never in my life thought there were so many low vibrational Sagittarians out there. Like, especially for all their information surrounding this sign, you know, sage, philosophy, da 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 da. The devil is what it's looking like. A low vibing Sag is the same as the devil. Like, I don't even know what else to say. Very risky. Like, no disrespect. But of all the signs I've ever met, fire signs are period point blank the most risky. I mean, y'all gamble with your lives all the time. All the time. I think Aries get a bad rep because they might be rah-rah and they might like fight, but they're actually much more, in my experience, and this is not a blanket statement because I've met both versions, where they're protective of their person and their temple and they respect themselves. And then there's the other side, like the April Aries, they a little bit more risky. They are. March Aries, they like, no, really into it. They be feeling themselves. But April, they be out there. They be like, that pocket. Yeah, that shit. But Sag by far is the most promiscuous of the fire signs. Like, Leo can be interesting, like, because they put on a good show, but I actually think they actually, because they value themselves, they're so full of themselves, not a negative, but they're not as promiscuous unless there's some sort of mental health issue, but we're not getting into that. Just saying. There's something about that, but y'all could be very, very overly sexual and overly risky Sagittarius. I don't understand it. Maybe because all the fire signs, you're a halfling, you're like half animal, half man. Maybe it's something to that. I don't know. But y'all do some really, really interestingly risky things. Hey, like for real. Now, I've only really dealt with males. Like, I don't know how female sages act. I don't. But I've met a few and we've had conversations, and it can work in both directions. You know, because they're free. They're free. We seek. Yeah. That's so funny that is the Sagittarian motto. I'm only harping because I just saw the Knight of Wands, right? But out of all the models, right, and adages that go along with the signs, the we seek, look, casual, that's perfect, direct, enthusiastic, far-seeing, friendly, gregarious, honest, humorous. I don't know about honest. I haven't necessarily found them to be honest. I feel like they are, they cherry pick the truth. They're not forthcoming. Idealistic, loyal, maybe. I mean, but they're loyal in my experiences to the wrong things when they're in their shadow. Outspoken, philosophical, restless, talkative, a traveler. And then for the negative aspects, exaggerating, aka lying, irresponsible, and tactless. This is the energy I've encountered. The lying, irresponsible, tactless versions of the sage. I've met one person who I looked to as a mentor for a period because teachers come and go, right? Can't hold on to them. But she was the only one I had ever seen in the apex high vibe energy, got it together. Like, yes, all of these things. But, just saying. Just saying, I gotta work on that. Alright, let's see what's coming to light that they tried to block from being exposed. Somebody's afraid. They can't hide their fear no more. Oh, look! We gonna wait. Oh! Oh! It, like, you can set your watch. You can anticipate that. Hey, my boy. Hey. Hey. Oh, yeah, this is coming out in like, public. You gonna see this, like, front and center. I just saw the Hermit and the Six of Wands. Like, you gonna see this shit. Like an investigation, an expose, something like that. Yeah, they ain't want. Because whoever this person is, they are highly recognizable. Thank God. See, at least you can laugh, man. Like, there's there's five that I could think of right now. No, four, because one actually I've been watching her go through this beautiful maturation. You know, doesn't mean I want to be in her environment, but it's nice to see the evolution. People get mad at people like me who have gifts, who can see into the future a little bit like that, somewhat, when you can see their life clearer than they can. Listen, I can't help it. What you want me to do? You better go to God with that shit. That's the complaints department. That ain't me. I don't deal with complaints. You better go to the man himself. We return that. There's news about somebody's betrayal coming out. I mean that. It's coming out fast. Just, it very well could be, it says. Just saw the King of Wands. I want to know. What else? What else we got? Somebody's expecting. Look at that. Es tu preya. Es tu preya. Look at that. Somebody didn't take the bait, I'll tell you that much. Somebody saw the setup for what it was and didn't take the bait. Like, there could have been some sort of emails or something like that, some sort of exchange, but somebody didn't take the bait. They was expecting somebody to like want to create it or like grow it, or utilize it in some way, but somebody saw the truth. They discernment, right? And they didn't take the bait because it was a trap. It was a setup. Now, the Queen of Swords will expose you. Somebody was trying to hide their true intention, but you saw right through it. Look, somebody was trying to cause some sort of imbalance where it would put you in trouble with the judicial system. Wow. Like, it was legit a setup, y'all. And people have been doing everything humanly possible to try to delay this from coming out, but you can't. I need juicier cards. I do. So I be thinking that sometimes. I'm like, man. Hold on. Let's see where. Oh. We got an Airbnb, a farm, and a restaurant. Now that's funny. That sounds like somebody's vacation. City government. Interesting. This could be like a farm to table sort of. We got tennis courts. That's volleying, you know, lobbing them, playing back and forth, back and forth. Local neighborhood tennis courts, huh? These could be all the places in which someone has attempted to, like, stage something, set something up for someone for a fall. These could have been very social environments. Like, maybe you went to someone's home. Maybe it was like a sort of Airbnb, a farm environment. Maybe something else took place at a restaurant. This almost feels like this hasn't happened yet. It's going to be shocking. Whatever this is here with this King of Pentacles who's being exposed about their own deeds, the things they've been doing behind the scenes, it is literally going, it's an OMG moment, if ever. You know what's funny? People could have been trying to cause like some sort of exertion of energy, right? Something that would make you lose your cool, that would drain you of your energy, right? Because balance that doesn't come easy. Like when you finally get there, when you're in this energy of homeostasis, right? Your scales are balanced. Anything, like, because look, okay. And then we have, look, do no harm first, spiritual defense is up. See, when you're in this energy of the Empress, your defenses are always up. Because you're in the energy of receptivity, so you're always picking up what people aren't even fucking saying. Right? So you show this, right? Hold on. You be like, hey, light, love, peace, blessings, abundance, hey, you be there, right? Meanwhile, you be all up in this. You be like, my spidey senses, but you know, on the surface, hey, you know, but it's okay. That's why I be like, no, those blonde moments come in handy, don't they? But anyway, but this is because you have this. You see the Queen of Swords, right? Third eye. You have discernment, excuse me, right? Okay? You saw exactly what it was. This was a dangerous path, right? You was like, okay, shit happens. You realize who it was and what they were about, you know? And then you shifted gears. You saw, listen. Mm, it's so funny that low grade magic has such telltale signs. Look, again, when I tell you these people, divine feminines, divine masculines, they really be targeting your bloodlines. Like they want in, they want the abundance, they want to destroy. They truly do. But every time you like renew, you like because look, you know the difference. You know the difference. A king is a king, but they are not a divine masculine. They are not a divine feminine. You know what I mean? Like, no, just fakeness. See? They was looking at somebody like a wet noodle. Like, look, told you it's the Google magic. Like, every time these people tried some shit, but I feel like this is all the things coming out, how deep. It's like that, what's that girl? I can't think of her name, but y'all know the one. She was on Instagram a couple years back, showing people her Santeria closet and shit, where she be sacrificing shit. Like, all that's coming out. I feel like this is what's going to surprise people when they realize how deep somebody is into the dark arts. Wait, I know I just saw it. Right. These people are being exposed. All these double agents, these jackals in our midst. But can I just say, matriarchal Libras are like that. I used to have a client, they were a Libra and a Virgo couple. They were perfect for each other. Let me just start with that. Perfect for each other. And he's real A1 type A personality, but so is she. And let me tell you, that Libra got what she wanted. Like, it's rare you see a Virgo sing praises like that. But boy, he was smitten. He loved all that airy, fiery, dominant. Oh, he loved that shit. Oh, like, cause like in his mind, she's stronger than he is, and this is true, quite honest. But man, whatever she wanted, that's funny. One, two, three cards of Libra out here. Somebody could be a triple Libra, Sun and Moon potentially. But anyway, it is a. Mm, I've only a handful of Libra men. Different. The men and women are completely different. Libra women actually show up very close in nature to this. I find they have a lot of very Leo-like energy. Because if you think about it, Libra is air, right? Cardinal air. And let me tell you this. You can't, a day without air is death, right? And so they understand their importance. That's all I can say about it. It's interesting energy. But I like them. Right. Libras know their worth. Anyway, all right. And then here we got balance again. Let me just see. Because that is a lot of Libra energy. Will this concern a Libra father? No. Perfect. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. It's just a coincidence. So stick to the meaning of the cards more so than the astrological associations. Mm. Whatever favor and or love this King of Pentacles might have had, when this comes out, it's going to be so devastating that any support that they had, like, it's just going to drain the life from somebody. Like, it's going to outrage a lot of people. What are these locations about? Wow. All the places they tried to set you up. Divine Femme, do you hear me? People within your neighborhood. I don't know if you play tennis, or maybe you just know a lot of people who do. I don't know. That's crazy. Some of y'all need to move. I'm not even joking, because this is in your neighborhood. Yo, far and wide. This, it's far reaching. That's why I said it has to be this these cult people, right? The ones in these orders and shit that don't work for the light. Is this exposing those in these orders, Father? How interconnected they are, their shenanigans. Yeah, okay. This King of Pentacles, the ringleader. Yeah. Am I correct in picking up that this is coming out on like social media, the news, all of that stuff? Yes. Is this person a worldwide recognizable figure? They like, nah, but they about to be. Shit. After this comes out, they will be. Wow. Take them spiritual baths, y'all. Do what you gotta do. This is what I find amazing, right? Because the universe works with us, right? And so the things that are getting ready to shift above us will impact and make this come out even faster. Hmm. All the gang stalkers, right? This is what this feels like, who've been attacking the divine feminine collective in particular in this realm, right? These people will be being exposed. So what you have for humanity can finally do its thing. Not saying you haven't been, but it's more the energy and vibration of love, that very Venusian energy that's being unlocked. And all those people in the background who've been trying to hold you back from your ascension, right? All these prickly personalities, right, coming to the forefront. You've been being shielded from these energies, but they have to know, they can't allow you to remain ignorant. And so all of these pieces have to come together in this massive sort of revelation. Aha. Now, let's see. I don't have any knights out here, but I want to know, is this like a whistleblower energy? Yeah. Okay. I mean, far and wide, y'all. It might really, really surprise you. It be making people feel so important. You be like, damn, how do y'all even know? It's because, you know, things be foretold. I don't know if folks actually think, okay, the energy's changing with that. That prophecy, like people speaking prophetic words, has ended. It has not. Just because they're not written down on scrolls anymore doesn't mean that people aren't given prophetic word. And so, my divine beings, people get heads up when y'all entering into this world. Now, this could be a big time developer too. I'm getting that. Let me just see that. Wait a minute. Are these locations tying to someone who is like a developer? Yeah. Like they're diverse, right? Meaning they could be invested in Airbnbs, they could be invested in agriculture, restaurants, developing neighborhoods, gentrification, you know, interesting. Ooh, wow. I'm gonna leave that alone because I wanted to know if this was somebody in my area, right? Yeah. Um, because you know it's elections for everybody, nationwide, like mayors, all of that shit. Alright, alright. Shit. You know when you run for public office, right? They dig real deep. They dig real deep. Mm. I tell young people that, right? Especially in the age of cell phones and this and that. You know, it was so much easier to dismiss a grainy VHS tape that somebody think, you know, that's you. You be like, that ain't me. That don't even look nothing like me. Y'all too far away. And I think I put the S in the C in the wrong spot. I'm almost certain. Somebody, if intel could come out about them cavorting with the, you know, the sex workers, and that may not be. That's why city government kept flashing me. Shit. I'm not putting that out there. I'm not putting that out there. I'm just going to read the news like everybody else. Oh, wow. That's crazy. All right. I feel like in terms of politicians and people running for office in your areas where that sort of energy might be relevant to you, right. I feel like they're going to be exposed, right, for doing more underhanded shit that actually sets your communities back, and it is helpful, and it's just detrimental, especially for anyone saying they want to come in and improve conditions. That is interesting. And you see here the fire trucks. The person that I checked on in particularly, I had already been told, you know, I know of certain things like, Lord have mercy. Oh yeah. I didn't think he was going to get elected. I really didn't. But he must be strong. He could also be a part of one of those orders we've been picking up on. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. Are you for real? All right. All right. For me personally, in my environment, this is coming from the top echelons. This is funny. Hold on. Sorry. I'm like, I'm hearing buzzes and shit. I'm like, let me just see. Really? We about to clean house in this city. Holy shit. It like there's something. I'm only speaking about my own environment, but I feel like this could be more prevalent. But something's getting exposed. Like, oh, corruption is the best way of saying it. Corruption. Because the people at the top genuinely care. Oh, that's what's up. Can I say this? All right, fine. So, our governor does not like one of the candidates. Allegedly, this is what I'm picking up from the cards, guys. Um, who's running to be mayor of my city? Like, seriously, we have issues. Doesn't matter. Every city has them, but ours in particular are interesting. And we have had like a complete breakdown of trust with our city officials because of just the way shit's been going. And what I'm seeing is that the governor has some sort of internal investigation that they're going to like put out there before the elections to expose a candidate who has their hand in all of those cookie jars that we just put out for places and their corruption. Yes, they want people to see this person from a different perspective. This person thinks they're coming in to assist, but they're not. The, mm, the higher levels definitely give a couple F's. That's all I can say about it. Yeah, there's some sort of secret collaborations and partnerships. Like we've had janky shit with development and brand new houses not really standing up to a winter or a summer storm. It's just weird shit. Yeah, yeah. Even down to the DA. Oh man, this is gonna get interesting. I'm gonna be reading the news. This shit's crazy. There's something tied to a celebrity with the anyway. We do have a lot of those in the city. We do. We have a lot of them. There's a lot of folks here who have residences because where I live, people don't give a fuck about your fame, your fortune, because everyone here is a star in their own mind. They are. That's just what it is. I don't know how else to describe it. It just is. Everybody feels like they're a celebrity and like God's gift. That's this city. That is the energy of this city. I'm done. I'm done with that. That shit was so funny. Mm, mm, mm. Can you guys describe the energies of your cities? Like, if you had to pinpoint it in terms of like a personality. Now, I always encourage folks to do the astrology where they live because there's a founding date and a time. And you can plug that into any natal chart information and get the download on your city, your country, your town, whatever. But it's interesting. Like, really, really interesting. I have a general question for the internet. Hold on. I didn't say what phase. All right. This is the shit that makes me just laugh. So when what? No. Now, isn't that funny, right? I'm trying to calculate the moon sign. They're like, you can't go back beyond 1850. That's some bullshit. I don't see why. But anyway, there was. Hold on. Let me just. I'm using, right, America because it's easier for me, right? But just think, on July 4th, 1776, the moon was in a trine with Mars. So it was the perfect day for such revolutionary sort of shit. Just saying. The moon could have been in Leo during that time. Or Scorpio. Anyway, that's a good idea. I was trying to use one on the internet and they're like, no, it don't make sense that you can't scroll, like, go back that far. The moon was in Aries. Okay. Thank you. Interesting. And Mercury was in Taurus on that date. So see what I mean? Venus in Aries. Everything moving together for the right purpose, for the right ideologies. So I'm like, oh no, it's the season is ripe for exposing and how do I say this? We need a better way. We need a better path. We can't keep doing the same things over and over again expecting different results. So this is why this has to happen. You know, we are overdue for the next sort of revolution, to be quite honest, from an astrological perspective, from, you know what I mean, from studying the wheel. We're overdue. It really is that piss or get off the pot sort of energy. Either we fix it now or we go down with the ship sort of energy. Like literally saw the King of Swords, Ace of Wands. Like literally, if we hold the course and keep what is it, living high on the hog, we will suffer the consequences for it. Like the people, the family, that all of it. So we got to do something. So the fact that this looks like it's going to start where it all started, it's kind of poignant. Yeah, they definitely don't want people to know something. They're afraid of it coming out. Yeah. Somebody's looking into what someone's hiding. Alright. Oh, yeah. Ace of Cups. We're moving on. Ooh, look at that. Where you going? Let me just wait. Sticking out like, yeah. My goodies. My goodies. Who's that? Sierra? Automatic supersonic. What? My goodies. My goodies. Somebody wants to lull someone into a false sense of security so they can take from them. Don't do it. Don't do it. You need to hold back from somebody. But I also feel like somebody's holding on to something that belongs to you, or trying to, like they stole something, they're trying to keep, like, hold on to it when it's supposed to be given to you. These could be dreams, premonition, something like that. Yeah. Like they're trying to block you from seeing your soulmate, the person in your dreams. That's interesting. Like they don't want you to see this person. They're trying to seal it away. Right. Because look, they're waiting because they know, somehow they know that you have new love coming towards you. They know that you know that they know. It's like some shit like that. Like everybody's waiting. These double sevens, this is a strong warning. Like strong warning. Right. See? Because the person coming in that you're supposed to be collaborating with, working with, that you're anticipating, right? This is the person you build everything with. Love, life, legacy, all of it. Yeah. Yeah. Someone's trying to slow you down and trying to slow the wheel from turning. Like anything they can to get you not to move towards that ninth cup. Because it's just sitting right there. Keep your plans to yourself. Keep your everything. Shh. Some of y'all need a shh sticker so you remember. Shh. Damn. But it doesn't matter. Like, everything's still so protected. It's really a negative energy more so than it is an actual person. You know, these energies occupy people. Like, they from host to host, right? So it doesn't really matter. They'll use whomever. And I do mean the bull downstairs, right? Yeah. Yeah, somebody's really trying to control this narrative. Let's look at the thief. Seven of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Worst nightmare. That's why I'm like, I feel like it's an energy. It's like a demonic energy or something. But look, putting them in their place, right? That's the divine. But see how the jackal, I was getting that. Fuck. Anubis. It's the jackal, Anubis. Yeah, the jackal god of death. Mm, mm, mm. Anubis was the ancient god of mummification and the afterlife who protected the souls of the dead and guided them to the underworld. Interesting. First dynasty. says the god is typically treating a king's corpse, providing sovereign to mummification rituals and funerals, or standing with the fellow gods at the weighing of the heart of the soul in what? Wow. All right, check this out. Anubis was depicted in black, a color that symbolized regeneration, life, the soil of the Nile River, and the discoloration of the corpse after embalming. Anubis is associated with his brother Wepwapwit. I don't know. Another Egyptian god portrayed with a dog's head or in canine form, but with gray or white fur. Historians assume that the two figures were eventually combined. Anubis's female counterpart, Anput, his daughter, is the serpent goddess Klep Kelepchit. I don't know. Kelepchit. I don't know, y'all. It says Anubis is a Greek rendering of the god's Egyptian name. Before the Greeks arrived in Egypt around the 7th century BC, the god was known as Anpu or Inpu. The root of the name in ancient Egyptian language means a royal child. Interesting. There's a bunch of names that go along with this. Lord of the sacred land, who is upon the sacred mountain, ruler of the nine bows, excuse me. The dog who swallows millions, master of secrets, he who is in place of embalming, and he who is upon his mountain, Lord of the sacred land, yet again, foremost of the Westerners, he who is the he who is in the place of embalming. So, right, it's so funny, right? Because the sun rises in the east but sets in the west, right? So death, the Westerners, the place of death. All right. Because when the sun leaves the sky, right? Okay. I was just getting jackal. I really was. And it's interesting how we were just talking about the two different, right? That gray one, though. What? His name means opener of the ways. Wow. So Anubis's brother, right? When they said they were combined, right? The opener of the ways. See, it's like if one ends, one starts. The yin and the yang. Interesting. Look. This shit's crazy. Okay. All right. It says the late Egyptian mythology, Wepawet, also rendered as Yupanat. Don't they sound very much like indigenous American Indian names? Just saying. That's why through the Southwest and shit, like I'm really put it together, people. Put it together. Okay? Okay. It says his name means the opener of the ways, and he is often depicted as a wolf standing on a prow of a solar boat. Some interpret that Wapawet was seen as a scout going out to clear routes for the army to proceed forward. Now think about this, right? We're in this chariot energy, we're in this tower energy for this year, right? The waymaker, like the paths have to be cleared, right? But if there's someone, right, causing endings, and like especially if someone was calling on those deities, right? This one, the elder has to, and I feel like it's the elder, has to step in and put them in their place. You're doing too much. See? So don't get it twisted. Royal child, these are the children of Ra, right? Okay? Okay? Understand what's happening. Okay? Okay? See, child, child. Right. People keep trying to stop you, but the roads have to be cleared. You see this shit? They trying to slow them down. Somebody gotta be, and it's all within the same family. Now, whoever you are and whoever they are could all have ties back to ancient Egypt, you know, bloodlines, da 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 da. Right. See, this one's trying to stop you from progressing, and this one's like, okay, it's time, you know, move. All right, we got a sibling issue here between the jackal-headed, wolf-headed deities. Isn't that interesting? Hold on. Okay, it says one inscription from the Sinai, right, states that Wapawet opens the way to King Shechem's victory. Shechem's, okay? Understand that. Remember, Shechem was the cat, right? But she was created as a tool, an instrument, an implement of war by Ra to go out and do his fighting, right? All right, just stay with me, y'all. Wapawet was originally seen as a wolf deity. Thus, the Greek name Lycopolis, meaning city of wolves, and it's likely the case that Wapawet was originally just a symbol of the pharaoh, seeking to associate wolf-like attributes that later became defined or deified rather as a mascot to accompany the pharaoh. It says, likewise, Wapawet was said to accompany the pharaoh on hunts, in which capacity he was titled with one sharp arrow more powerful than the gods alone. It says, over time, the connection to war and thus to death led to Wapawet also being seen as the one who opened the ways to and through Duat for the spirits of the dead. Through this, and the similarity of the jackal to the wolf, Wapawet became associated with Anubis. Okay, check this out. Right. A deity that was worshipped in Ashut, eventually being considered his brother, seen as a jackal. He also was said to be Set's son. Consequently, Wapawet often is confused with Anubis. This deity appears in the temple of Seti at Abydos. All right. Y'all really blowing my mind right now with some of this shit. Oh, don't mind me, y'all. It be real deep. I can't tell y'all everything. I just can't tell y'all everything. Hmm. Hmm. Mm. Hmm. I know. I don't care. It ain't for them. I be learning too. Right. What's interesting, these antics are not being permitted. They're not. They went too far. Wow. I don't like telling people that they don't have spiritual protection. I don't. I really, really don't. And I feel like I'm talking to someone who practices Wiccan in particular. That's what makes us kind of like, mm. They're telling you you need to be cautious, right? Yeah. Like very, very cautious. Because whom or whatever they have been petitioning, right? You know, the low vibrational creatures at the bottom of the wheel, right? Um, they have no more usefulness for them. Like these entities. So whatever they're offering, they don't want it. It's not useful. So they have no more protection. They're not cloaked. Before they were like insulated from the effects of their own bullshit. Not anymore. This is that whole putting, because it's like there's a time for everything. We all have jobs to do, right? And if we do them right, they all go seamless. Meaning your cog is doing your thing, my sprocket, and we're moving all the parts move together. One cohesive thing. When that stops, you've been made obsolete, right? It has to be replaced. And with all the pentacles out here, this isn't just spiritual, guys. What happens in spirit will happen in flesh. Brainstorming, huh? Someone is not accepting this. Like they don't want to allow this ending. They don't want to relinquish their position. I feel like they're being told they need to kind of, check themselves for real. Like, it's not going to end well. Right? Because someone, like, it's not a game. I don't think there's been real consequences for these people in the 3D. And that's why it's still, like, all fun and games. No. See? See? It's going to leave a mark. Mm. See, people just be crazy. It's so funny because it's like the door to love. The pathway is opening, and someone's doing everything they can not to allow you to step through it. And I feel like, spirit is tired of the drama, period. Like, there's this beautiful archway of all these flowers and roses and all of this just waiting for you, right? And someone keeps trying to do what they can to keep this hidden from you, to keep you from reaching that ninth cup. I'm telling you. Right? They're really trying to prevent you and this soulmate from reaching each other. But you have nothing to worry about, because I feel like, look at the Knights. Like, Spirit is going to make sure you and this person run into each other right when you're supposed to. No worries. No worries there, people. I've been on here a long time. Mm. You know what I'm also noticing? That for every reader that's on the same timeline, not in their personal lives, but picking up the same energies over and over and over again, they're all experiencing the same issues now. And I'm talking, it's a shame. It really is. It really is, because some of these people have been allowed to have genuine success on their platforms, and now they're like making them pay. They're making them suffer. Messing with a lot of stuff. Now, for me, it's always felt funny, because it's like from the beginning, like it's been like, so it's fine. But for those who've not experienced this, oh, I'm sorry that you're going through it. But that just means you're on the right track. Keep going. Keep going. But it's uncomfortable, and I'm sorry. They want to do what they can to get you to leave it alone, because there's a lot of exposing going on in tarot land, and these energies connect us so to realms that are very high up. And I don't mean in spirit. I mean they're low in the hell realms. Like they go very far in the hell realms, but not here. And so because we're exposing them and doing all of this, you find the same antics, outdated practices, and shit like that. That's what makes it interesting, right? And it's for anyone who shifted and all they do now is their platform, and this that could be a very scary thing when they start really coming for you. So I'm gonna pray for your protection too. I am, because I know what that feels like. But I was always taught not to keep my eggs in one basket. You have a hen house here and a hen house here and a hen house there, and you diversify. And that way, when these antics and attacks come, you see it very clearly, and you're still able to maintain your light, because they're really trying to cause you to sit in this energy. I'm talking to fellow readers right now. They want to leave you on your last leg. That way, maybe you'll leave this track alone. Don't do it. Keep going. When you ruffle that many feathers, you're on the right track. Okay? Just know that. You're doing exactly what you came to do, to expose, bring happiness and joy and light to situations. Okay? Okay. You came back for this shit. Like, literally, you traversed back through the portal, aka your mama, to do this work, to expose people. They plots, they plans, they setups, all that shit. That who they collaborate with, who they fucking, who they sucking, where they going, who they cheating with, all of it. That's what you here to do. To call a spade a spade. To expose the manipulation and or the tactics of this entity. Do your jobs with a smile. Do it joyously, and watch the divine protect you. No matter what. Arrows fly by day, they will not come near. Now, I'm a private person, but I promise you, I am a living, breathing testimony to it. To the power of God and the weakness of this son of a bitch right here. They fall by the thousands. Just know that. Yeah, they regret it. They really regret it. Why wouldn't they? Who stands against the divine and is happy about it? They know what's coming. They know their fate. So do your job and do it well. What's for you is for you. You ain't miss no opportunities, and never let anyone in your heart, your mind, your spirit to convince you otherwise. You've been saved from more tragedy than a little bit. I don't know who need to know that. Understand that if you fucked up or what you perceive as that, no, you didn't. You saved yourself many a pitfall. See? See? By co-creating with spirit, right? Literally, by manifesting the proper way, you avoid these traps. You avoid the setups, the mental entrapments, the actual physical prisons, the mental health hospital. You avoid all of that by you working with spirit and leaving these people alone. Yeah, you manifest laws of attraction. Like, do it the right way. Why would you fall into the hands of the manipulator, the great liar, for him to give you what? Some bullshit? So you can stand back and watch it all go down and run away when the consequences come out because you got free will, because you couldn't mind your fucking business and not envelop the spirit of envy. Now you've invoked your worst nightmare. Now, and then you let the great devourer come get your soul? No, I don't think so. Play with the devil and have your soul ripped from your body. Just... They're funny. I'm hearing boys to men down on bended knee, but what that means to me is you need to prostrate yourselves in front of the divine. I ain't say outside in your privacy of your own home, but get down and repent. And I mean that. Not because I'm religious, but because I care about your souls. Beg for mercy. Beg for forgiveness. And pray you have not exhausted. Because there is a tangible number of how much forgiveness we're allotted. Okay? Remember that. And try to find your way back to his good graces. You already know. You might as well apologize. Yeah, let them tears fall down your eyes. You need to make the song cry. That's so funny. Ah, that's so funny. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. That was really cute, and I'm done with that. Like, that was cute. I like that they ended with that. That was really cute. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Bye.